So when I first started developing the ag appraisal software, I originally thought it was going to take about 3 months, about $10,000 when we get it up and running and get some customers, and we'd make $100,000 in a year. But that was not the case, because now we are, say, 2.5 years in and still working on development, finishing it up. My name is Grant Suddarth. I'm the founder of Terrace Ag. Terrace Ag is an ag appraisal software. So it's basically a software tool to help appraisers that are valuing ag land do their job more efficiently, but also more accurately. After my freshman year, I went and worked an internship for an ag appraiser in Friend, Nebraska. With that experience, I kind of saw the grunt work of the appraisal process on how really new technology hadn't been introduced into the industry for probably 15 to 20 years. So I came back to college my sophomore year. I decided that I would give it a shot. We started with developers in Lincoln, but because of budget constraints, developers overseas were cheaper, and they did a really good job communicating. And that just means that one of them is 8.5 hours ahead of us, one of them is 6, one of them is 7.5. A couple of times when we need to get stuff done, we'll have to basically jump on a phone call at midnight, 1 a.m., so it'd be about 8 or 9 o'clock their time. Sourabh, the developer I work with, he does most of the communicating. A lot of what I do is more strategic thinking of what we want to do with this feature and then trying to explain it, whether it's calling appraisers where it's not necessarily going to need to be in the zone, but I definitely have to pump myself up when you're making 30, 40 cold calls in one day.
My name is Sourabh Chakraborty. I help businesses and startups with their product development, and I try and understand what they are trying to build, who they are trying to build it for, what problem they're trying to solve.
We've grown into meeting at the union for the first time, basically talking every single day, whether in person or on Skype. We became really good friends throughout the entire process. That's been really cool to develop this business relationship, but also this relationship that I probably never would have had without the company.
It's very nice to work with somebody you like to hang out with and push each other professionally and challenge each other's ideas.
Being a 21-year-old non-appraiser and Sourabh not knowing anything about the agricultural industry before the project, it really gives us a different perspective. Most of the other softwares out on the market now are developed by appraisers who have been in the industry for 20 plus years before developing the software. So they already had a way to think about the process, to where we were coming in objectively thinking, how can this process become more efficient? How can it be better?
We started out by interviewing mom and pop shop appraiser companies. We got to know these appraisers really well. We understood how they work and the things that they cared about. To them, any amount of savings of time would mean that they could finish a few more projects and make some more money. So that was a very good incentive to understand that whatever we did could help a small business significantly.
I have in the past, and I continue to do it sometimes, think that I've done a lot of it, but when you really look back and look at the past 2.5 years, if it would have just been me, I wouldn't have looked at the things the way that I do now. There's been 6 developers along the way, Sourabh, the Engler program, the Center for Entrepreneurship, their staff there. There's been so many people that played a role. Once you start looking back at that, how can you not be grateful for everything you've been blessed with? We want to be able to improve the agricultural appraisal industry, and we want all the ideas that our customers have, we generally want to know so we can make it better for them. We got the question this past week about where we see Terrace Ag going. The simple answer is where the customer wants it to.